Hi, I'm Gillian Miller. I work for the Gorilla Organisation based in London. The Gorilla Organisation has a field programme protecting the endangered gorillas in Central Africa. We do this by working with the communities, with all African staff, by working with the communities, alleviating poverty, creating jobs, working with women's groups and wildlife clubs in the schools. So it's a real holistic approach to protecting the endangered gorillas.
My name's Sam Davis. Currently I'm organising the Great Gorilla Run, and this year we're expecting about 650 runners. All of them will be dressed in gorilla suits, and we're hoping to raise around about £300,000 this year. So the course, it's 7 kilometres, which is about 4.5 miles. It's a lovely route.
Running from Tower Bridge to St Paul's Cathedral and back again, and people wearing fancy dress costumes. And every year it gets bigger, and it's a carnival. The organisation grew out of, the work of Diane Fossey, the American primatologist. And certainly she was murdered. And of course the Hollywood film Gorillas in the Mist was made about her work and about the book that she wrote. So she actually started the first anti-poaching patrols. So I think in the modern era, that's the start of gorilla conservation.
So we ask everyone to register and pay a set fee, and then that covers the cost of setting up the run and their gorilla suit, which they get to keep.
So then they use their gorilla costumes through the summer to fundraise. And so everybody, when they come, it's the culmination of several months of work, getting sponsorship, getting excited. It's a very positive event.
And that money then goes to our projects, and it's supporting the gorilla conservation projects that we do, and also the economic development projects that we have for local communities living near the gorilla habitats.
You know, Rwanda had the terrible troubles in the early 1990s, and yet in the past decade it's become a very, very well-run country. Last month I was in Rwanda, and I was very honoured to be invited to the gorilla naming ceremony, which is a huge carnival where all the new babies are named. The Prime Minister was there, and the World Bank, and all the most important people in Rwanda were there, and I was very honoured to be one of the people that was asked to name a gorilla. This is wonderful to see this kind of momentum behind it. In other areas, the threats are still looming large. In Congo, for example, right next door, there's still a lot of war, there's insecurity. You have a million people living in refugee camps, and they have no fuel, so they use charcoal, which is made from wood from the national park, so deforestation is a big issue. Then again, over in West Africa, in Gabon and Cameroon, for example, the problem is what we call the extractive industries. The need of the modern world, developed world, for wood, for paper, for oil, for minerals. Logging companies go in, for example, they build roads. And so whereas the indigenous people perhaps used to live from hunting and fishing and it was sustainable, now it becomes unsustainable. And then once the roads go in, the resources, the illegal resources start coming out, and that's where you get the bushmeat trade. So our challenges are new challenges. They're not the old challenges, but they're there and they have to be tackled.
Made the effort. Well done. It's all been worth it.
I'm exhausted, but feeling good.
Yeah, it was good.
It's the best thing ever. It's brilliant. Yeah, definitely do it next year.
It's a great experience, really good fun. Raised a lot of money for charity, really enjoyed it. Going to do it again next year.